So, day 2 of Microtopia. Did a little bit of off-camera management of some of the colony here just to clean up some of the factory areas, and sort of let it run for a little bit. So, got quite a bit of research points here. The only issue being I have no idea how to get this resource. This yellow resource. It says cost to unlock 200 of these inventor points, but there's a yellow one and no clue where to get those, so we'll just go forward until we can figure out how to get that. Probably from that. So, we just recently found the jungle island down to the south of our first island. And here we have resin naturally occurring and also some gold. So, probably set up a small colony over there to be able to use some of this gold. One thing I was working on off camera was getting this recycler up. It is pretty pointless for how much it cost. Get like a little bit of scrap iron out of it, so not great. And let's see. This thing is making some diodes. We are going to need to make a monument on each of the islands. And that will unlock this expansion. So here we'll probably get the small bridge, which would make it a lot easier to navigate between these smaller gaps here. So probably not super necessary. We can just fly from wherever, but I could see that becoming important later on. So why don't we change the destination of this launch pad to the closest gold. And I'm assuming we're gonna get gold somewhat rarely out of this, so we might have to set up like quite a few diggers down here. So let's send them I guess down here. We'll need, okay, so this has iron. Probably just want to do gates for based on what they're carrying, so do one for iron. Another one for... I don't think I'll get gold until... in this menu until I actually own some of it, so we can put copper and glass first. And then this one for now we can just put as anything. And here, yeah, we have to get like pretty close to it. So the way I had it before, something like this. We set up a counter gate to only allow 3 of them in at a time. End the counter gate and send it to our stockpiles. So we want to do a small portion of mining. We can probably fit another one in here as well. This, and then we do falling back to this point. To 4. And then here we have a little loop. So they'll come over here. We'll need some these incubators set up here, and then they'll funnel into here. We'll have the takeoff pad somewhere over here so that it can take from these as needed to take it back to the main island. So let's start doing that. Okay, stockpiles are free. I forgot about that. We can set these up at least. And large stockpiles are also free. So we might as well. Gross. So we need a hauling trail across each of these. So this will also be hauling, because they'll have larvae to come in with, start with. And then they need to join this. Except for they can't mine. The ones that can fly over here can't mine, so we'll need to see if there's any scrap iron. Because if not, we're gonna need to figure out how to get iron over here. Besides them just bringing it. That might be the only way. So, alright, let's do this. Which means I'll need to sacrifice like 10 of them. Dibsley, what's up? Now, which one of you Dibleys is this? Number 10. How's it going? Oh, this still says that I'm streaming Apex Legends. I don't know how it does that every time, even though I said it directly in a couple of different places to say that I'm not. And I hope I don't send out a bunch of mobile notifications by updating this, but there we go. Do this and that. Dibley number 6. What's going on? Let's see. I'll see you guys soon. Let me check my calendar. Cassie's coming over on the 2nd of March. And then... oh, we'll be over on the 8th. Okay. Hey, what up, Josh? Alright. So let's get some flying guys out there. We don't want larvae right now. So let's try to turn this off. There we go. And let's change the target. This game is about managing a mechanical ant army or colony. So you start out with just this queen and a couple of ants that will never die. And then from there you expand. So started with 4, maybe 5 if they're counting the queen on this island. And then expanded over to this one to get some of its resources. This one has glass. Which the other ones do not. And then this new one that I just got last night has some gold on it. So this guy was supposed to bring some iron. So he's gonna die for nothing. Let's stop before another one comes. Okay. Let's change this. Iron scrap. And we're gonna need to move some iron scrap over here. It's kind of simple once, like, they do a good job of explaining each mechanic as it starts. It's pretty similar to Satisfactory. Satisfactory is probably more complicated. Hopefully there's a lot of content left in this. I've unlocked a fair bit playing yesterday. Oh yeah, I've never even scrolled up here, so there's quite a lot to go. So what I want to do, yeah, it just came out yesterday, so figured I would. It looks pretty cool. Let me try to stream it. Am I getting scrap anywhere else? So we're gonna need to fix that. So what I will do is, if you don't have anything in your hand, so these are like logic gates. So you'll see this guy, he goes around constantly, and that's because of this flag right here. So it's called a cast gate. So you just select which kind of ant is allowed to go through. So if I put this guy on the loop, he'll try grabbing one of these larvae, and he'll put it around. He passes this logic gate, but does not pass this one because he's carrying something. So what I'm gonna do is have him bypass that part because we want him centered to the island. He should pick up some iron and head over there. So, hey, what up, Brian? So this guy should come down. He is gonna have to die for the cause. Same as these guys, yikes. Let me make sure. Okay, so they can do foraging. They can get some, well, they can't do plant cutting. I guess they can get energy while they're here. There's not a lot of plants that do that, though. So they're not going to be super useful, but that's okay. You really don't need energy for much here. So get you here. Cool. So I might as well do another drop off here. This there. A foraging potion and a hauling potion. There. And I guess they'll just go here to die for now, since there's not much else they can do. So, yep, now they're doing what we expect. They're gonna bring some metal. Once we have 10 metal scrap, we can make an incubator. From there, those guys can, well, actually, because we eventually need to get mining ants. Why do they have to die? They, so each one starts with like a lifespan. And to get them to fly back, the takeoff pad, I believe, takes... Yeah, the launch pad takes some refined iron. So you have to refine it and then turn it into something, these iron plates. Then they can take off and go back. So I could just have the next two bring some iron plates, I guess. That would be a lot more efficient. So why don't I change the target to this? So this is the one where we assemble these drones. So we actually mix a material and a worker ant. A worker ant is 2 of these ants that used to be larvae. So they get placed here, they incubate, and then these little ants come out. So we should have... Let's see. So the next one that comes through, we'll go through this process. Also to maintain your population, so there's like a max population here. You have to constantly feed the queen these little energy bulbs. So that's what all of these guys are doing. Which isn't efficient, but right now that's how we have it set up. I am actually going to send a couple of these guys to just turn into these flying dudes so we can speed this process up. But yeah, once you reach this max portion, then your population goes up. Okay. Do you have anything? No. So why don't we do this for now? Just so that we can get some movement out of here. And this will tell you how quickly it'll respawn. So every 1 minute-ish. So here should be our first guy with the plate. We need to drop down another dispenser here. I'm sorry, stockpile. Falling, foraging, flying. Okay, so now we've got 2 of these. One cool thing that you can actually... Yeah, the goal is just growth and sort of discovering these new islands. So every like 1 hour, a bunch of these male flying bees flies around, and it says that they're looking to like impregnate queen ants. So there might be a case eventually where like I get another queen. I'm not really sure. But it's getting into some weird stuff where we're like creating these monuments. And so we'll see what that's all about. But now that I have at least 2 of these, I can make the takeoff pads so they can return home. So I'm going to do it over here so that they can collect from these on their way back. Just have to find the path out of there. Actually, they don't need to walk near these. We can just have dispensers. So let's move this. And assign this back over. We should see these guys. Let's see. They should continue bringing these over for a combining area. Need 2 of these. Iron plates, 5 screws, and 2 cubes. But first we'll likely want some incubators. Actually, the baby ones can't really do anything here yet. I don't think they can even do plant cutting. Yeah, just following and foraging. That's right. Yeah, we're making monuments to the ant gods. So they're still making these. Let's switch it to screws for now. Where is my screw factory? That's not it. These are leftover screws from... So this pink path is pretty cool. You can, so you'll see, like, this guy, he turned gray. He's old. He's about to die. So he'll go along the pink path because it recognizes that he's old. He'll drop off whatever he had. And then follow it along into this combiner. So this is where he gets sorted out. So if he's a worker ant, this is small worker. This is worker. So here he's about to get combined with another small one to become a worker ant. So that's the same thing we do as soon as they're born. So you sort of get 2 uses out of these small ones. You can have them work for you, and then when they're ready to die, you can put them to work again. And these ants can be turned into the drones or these research ants that you feed energy and get these research points. So that's how you keep your population up, is by doing everything you can to keep them alive once they're born. So we're sending these, and the next thing we're gonna need to send is these guys. And it looks like they're still taking these plates, which is wrong. I wanted screws. So let's make sure it gets a screw here. Yes. That's exactly right. Industrial ant hell is what I've designed here. This is something I figured out later in the day yesterday. So using these logic gates, or counter gates, I keep calling them logic gates. So if there's 7 ants within, like past this point, it will have them keep going in a loop. If not, it'll let them through. This thing will automatically send them evenly. And then these little gates is what stops the counting of ants. So once they go beyond this point, the counter goes back down to 1. So then they just go in a loop until there's one found. Once they have refined their material, they drop it off here. I don't even know what these diodes are used for, but we're gonna find out eventually. Let's change this now to these guys. And I never made a stockpile for screws, so we weren't getting any that whole time. See how many we get. So we can put the combiner here. I'll put it here because, I mean, there's no shortage of plant materials. So this is what I was talking about. These are all the males flying around. So I'm going to get like a summary of what's happened in the past hour. I think it's meant to like signify an in-game day. Might as well remove these parts now. So, since the last flight, we've made 639 ants. Since we've been able to repurpose them, they've been able to live a lot longer. We've only let 11 of them die without being recycled in some way. Oh, Ryan, I missed yours. No, the dead bodies just sit there. I thought there might be something you could do with them earlier. I imagine at some point they're gonna let you like pick them up and move them somewhere. But you can only recycle them by like turning them into other ants or sending them into this machine here, which turns them into like scraps. So I'm doing that for the digging ants and the drones currently. But you really don't get much out of it. So like this was sort of a waste. So something went wrong here. I'm just gonna turn this off for now. I'll say enter if not carrying a larva. Typical sweats, I appreciate the follow. Okay, so now that we've got this combiner, we just need some fabric and some more scrap. And let's clean this up a little. So we'll need another one. Not fabric. What are... This isn't even the correct... That's not the right station. I need a... assembler. So I need screws, plates, and fabric. Why don't I do this? So this is what I use to send them a couple of different ways. So what I'll do is they'll pick up 3 different items. This one, currently doing these blocks. I'll do another one for plates. And I'll do another one for fabric. So I'm gonna divert these guys. Instead of going here and there, I'm gonna turn them into drones. And we'll likely need to get fabric. So let's do... do one here. This way they can grab some more plant matter. And I think what I'll do is I'll make a better looking fabric factory here. So let's get rid of all this. Let's do like 4 of them. Oh, I realize that's me. And this person might not know that Dr. Dibs is also Elijah's brother. Hello, Technical Sweets. Counter gate here, set it to 4. Oh, one thing that's useful that'll keep the so one issue that I was having is the old ants would come to these parts, but they would accidentally be carrying something, so they couldn't go in. So I would just set up stockpiles outside of it, but that was not working all the time, as you can see. So what I did was not give them anything until they're going into here. So I would just move this down, add a falling point from here to here, and then have the material get added there. And then we can have all of them should all be able to reach this point. Do a counter end. Here. And then let's do a large stockpile. this is going the wrong way. Or something. Okay, so that should work. I'll add an old gate here. And now we just have to connect it. So right here is where we decide where the workers go. So we can just add new areas, new paths coming off of that. And then they'll automatically get assigned there. So while we've been setting that up, let's see. Fabric. Not many screws. Lots of these. So an assembler. Let's see. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Just need more screws and fabric. I think one of these is set up for... We'll set this one up for screws. Probably good on plates overall, so I'm going to change this to be scrap metal. And this is full anyways, so let's make a large stockpile. And we can move this one. Place a large one. And then send its contents here. It's getting placed through here. Something else was pulling from this. Probably this guy. Yep. Oh, and now we can get rid of this. All right. So I don't have any glass on this island. I would have needed to transport it from this one. I don't think any ants are being brought over here. We've got one lonely old guy here. He's likely just gonna die there. But because our flyers have been busy moving materials down to the southern island, no larvae are being brought here to turn into workers to work this island, which is fine. So let's do a similar thing here. So let's temporarily change this to this. These contents here. Leave this. This. And then move its contents there. And this will sort of be the overflow. And this can hold from here. What stinks about these smaller ones is they'll deplete these resources and you won't even notice. So you have to keep on changing the lines. Or you can find like a big plant structure like what's found on these. So here I just need plant cutting and they can start grabbing from this. Which I could like cut the plants, well, bring over larvae, turn them into worker ants, have them cut these plants, refine that into this fabric. But this makes more sense to me right now. So I'm just missing screws. Something tells me that these guys are not bringing screws. Is that a diode? I hope not. And what's cool is you can just like click this and it'll follow this guy wherever he goes. Oh, that was scrap. So let's make sure that screws are being brought over. Scrap. Screws. Oh, you know what? So you see how they walk right past it? So we need to have a hauling line going next to this. So now when they walk through here, he picks up the screw. Okay. Yes, and since all of these guys are being turned into these drones, there's no one to feed these inventors, so they're gonna get old and die. And there is no old gate, which is why this guy did up down here. So we can fix that. Now this guy should come this way. Okay. We can split them 50-50 between doing this and turning into drones. So this says continue progressing through the development tree until you've unlocked the iron worker ant. So that is up here. It'll be made the assembly. So the things we are working on. So we build the jungle island. Pod worker ant. Let's see what it takes to make that. So let's go to an assembler. Old workers. don't see pod worker. Maybe that's... Let's see if it's somewhere here. Pod worker in. Humidity assembler. This is the assembler. But I don't see pod worker. Maybe this is just... They have it named differently in a couple different places. I'm not sure. But either way, we'll need to start getting some bulbs. We have glass, because we brought it over from the other island and refined it here. I know, why are there so many down here? Yeah, we really don't need to be sending a third of our ants to do this one task. So let's turn that up. And I bet I don't have an old line. Oh no, I do. So let's make a little bulb factory. I think this is where I make it. So let's do, oh, this needs an old line. Move this whole thing over, because they are not, this isn't being used at all, but they're not currently cutting anything. this. This. And then we can reattach the old gate. I try to do it after they've dropped off stuff. So, let's see, is there a better place for this? And this is taking... Why aren't they dropping it off? Oh, they are. One thing that's useful when you've got something like this, and they might have something throughout multiple points in the loop, is you can just do one of these gates, or if they're carrying something, and if they are, just send them right over, so that they don't have to do the full loop. So that will make much smaller round trips for them. Alright, I guess we can make the light bulb factory here. So let's do a gate. Do the divider first. To haul them here. And gate. Okay. Start the gate here. Two. And this will take glass. No, this is the finished material, so light bulbs. And here we want to haul out the material we want to apply. So we need a dispenser of this. Just position it over here. There we go. We add the old gate here, and then we're good. Now they should be automatically assigned over. I'm going to speed up the process and just send this guy over. Just to make sure this all works. I do need to select all of them. Oh no, he picked it up twice. So let's put this slightly up, further up, even further up. Okay, maybe it's not a problem. Can't really tell. Okay, we've got the bulb. Alright, so that's going. Let's check back in the jungle. Got a decent amount of each of these. So we want diggers. We have screws here. We'll be able to make our own screws once this gets going, and we have a consistent source of metal. So let's just... So the way this one works is you can have a dispenser right on top of it. So we know we want diggers. They will go from here directly to here. But in order to get the small ants, we'll need these guys to start bringing in larvae. So let's set up a gate here. Say don't enter if you're carrying larvae, or I don't know which one to put it on, but I think it's this one. And then here we'll set up some beacons. Well, let's get like probably only need 2, max 3. It is kind of hard to get materials over here, so we can do 3 for now. So they won't be carrying anything. We'll want them to go to one of these. So let's actually reverse this. Here. So we can just split them half and half here. And then we want a new divider there and there. From here, these guys won't be digging if they're coming out of here, so we'll be cutting plants or hauling. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we can set up a small thing for getting here. We'll probably want the majority of them to be going into the mining, though. Haven't figured out a good way to do, like, I only want about 10% of them to go this way. I'll need to figure that out. First, let's start getting some larvae open. So that would entail probably just do a different launch pad instead of trying to get rid of all of this. So let's say enter curing larva. And if that is 1 second. Let's do the launch pad first. We want them to do it if they have larvae, so this should really be going. Edit this here. Hold on. Now these guys will complete the loop, find the larva, go this way. I need to put them back a bit. And make this a home. Oh, yeah. I also need to give this a destination. Go. Okay. So this guy doesn't have one, this guy does. So I hope I set this up right. Enter not carrying the material. So he should, and he should. I don't know why that didn't go that way. Did I time it right? No. May need one more. Okay, we're about to get our first gold here. Make sure we set this up right. Wow, it takes a long time for them to finish digging or mining. What did he get that he can't put down? Iron. Got this one for iron. Copper. Why aren't they dropping it off? I think I need a little portion. And then We don't even need these logic gates. Assign these. The gold. Don't have gold, so the last one was glass. This is all full, so we'll just stay here until one opens up. There's too many paints doing this. Doing hauling. We really don't even need that many going over here. So, I haven't done this yet, but there's a timer gate. Let's do this. And we'll send them that way. Instead of doing it this way. Set this timer to a minute. Then continue. Everyone else can become a miner. But we're gonna need screws here soon. So these guys can haul as well. So we should probably take half of them and have them start refining some of this. Probably we'll just let them die. Maybe have an old gate here so that we don't drop materials around. Not the best way to do it, but that's the way we're gonna do it. So why don't we split off here and start smelting some stuff. This is already almost full. Okay, we can do minutes, so every 2 minutes. And then you guys be the first ones to work on the specter. Need more space. I don't think that'll open re-enter, yeah. Oh, I got my first gold. let's do file there. Move through this? I think I can. Let's try. Alright, let's make that the second path. And we'll set up a factory over here. Here. This is not going to be enough space. And as long as this goes down to 0 after he walks through here, we'll notice it. Okay. Send him on this path. And we could set up another gate to have them maybe work on the other side of this. Just set up some nodes here. After they find, we'll want them. I'm just gonna get rid of this by building something. Set up a end gate here. Set up another counter maybe over here. A divider there. this one here. Set this to 4. Set. I did something wrong. I think maybe it's facing the wrong way. Yeah. Let's do put this back down maybe like 45 seconds and have a 5. Now, as I've been doing all this, I'm sure the population on my home planet or island has been all messed up. No scrapped copper, that's fine. Glass, that's okay. Yeah. So basically, we just made a bunch of light bulbs. Yeah, this is okay. Nice. None of the small worker ants died. So these guys, I don't have any glass, so there's really no use in them coming over here. So I'm going to turn this off temporarily. And have them make screws instead. If I can find where the screws are made. Up here. It is kind of tough getting all the ants to go somewhere because their lines are spread out. There's oftentimes things overlapping where you'd like them to walk. So that way. Wait, this dispenses screws. Why would I want? We need a different dispenser. Now they're making screws again. We've gotten a little bit of gold here. So this is working. So we ran out of screws to make these guys. Means we'll just need to make a little screwdriver. So let's have that split off here. And we'll basically just reverse this factory. Make it look better. Too much freedom. Lose your mind. This is basically, without these, you wouldn't really know what to do. I kind of did something like this in Bark Bark Park. Which I might as well link in the chat for anyone who doesn't know what that is. But just something to sort of guide you. And this is a much better way of doing it, is being able to see what you're working towards. But in my implementation, it's just like, get the bigger number. Let's do this. Let's see if it lets me post a link in my own chat. Okay, it didn't auto-mod me. Yeah, it's very similar to Satisfactory in that you're getting raw materials, having to manage supply chains, stuff like that. As soon as I saw the thumbnail for it, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be playing this. And this is full already, so we should make one of these as well. So for now, I'm gonna cut that off. Have these guys over here drop what they're holding and go work on the other stuff. Okay, so let's do our cupcake. Put up a workshop. And make screws. I should check out what this, they call it Stinger. Raw materials enabling instant place items on stockpile over a distance. I wonder how large that distance is, because if it's like between islands, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, I'm super down to try Factorial. Yeah, I recently watched a video of this guy playing that, and it looked pretty fun. I did the demo, and it was really cool as well. My buddy Joe's been playing that a bunch, I guess. 21 scrap iron. I might as well just send this over here. Oh my. We need screws bad. I can just send these guys right away. Oh my gosh, there's no space between these. Maybe I can move this forward a little. There we go. Yeah, until we get some screws, we might as well just send them on their way. Except we could just go here. All right, brother. Good night. Yeah, that's not good. Probably have something here to turn them back into worker ants. Not really. Because they're just gonna be... I mean, turn the small ants into worker ants, but we're not gonna keep using small ants like this. Good night, Dibsley. I'll see you guys soon. Trying to figure out what... Oh, this is probably the new... I was just hoping to get rid of this notification that something new is there. It's nice. Constructor, very cool. Stinger. Oh, Slinger. How far can I throw things? Is the real question. Full? What's going on here? Something got very messed up. Oh, I see. Let's see what the Slinger can do. Alright, that's a decent amount. You could probably get over a small island with it. I don't know if it's worth 20 screws, though. Alright, we got the mining ants back in place. Let's see here. Are the drones coming back? What happened to my drones? Issue of it not getting enough energy. Means too much of it is likely going here. I'm gonna remove this one. Send. All of this leftover energy. Could be one down here as well. Not even enough space to do that. And I send this energy over here. This really should be replaced though. Expensive. Okay, got that. Right. So our population, our max population dipped quite a bit. Drones are all gone. I hope they're all light. Yeah. Got a fair bit of screws. Should probably stop making these at this point. Build up some more of this. And let's make a fabric. We also need glass. So maybe we just repurpose this to be glass. I like that idea more. Except this is the wrong kind. Yeah, you can't make glass here. You can't make fabric, so we'll do that. side. And none of this one. Because this one has to fill up first. Okay. I'm surprised how quickly we're using up all our metal. This needs to be... I think we can remove this now that we're... Or yeah, just set to 0 seconds. Where are the drones? Oh, they're not hitting the old gate. Rubble on this as well. Get a bunch of energy from here. You want it? There's the rubble. Yeah, do look into a recycler at this point. See how expensive they were. I think it was just the diodes that were tough. But everything else was fine. What is a diode? Kind of prime position, though. Put it over here. So we'll just have them bring over some diodes and concrete. Let's switch this to diodes. This one, concrete. And that one. Yeah, that's I do need to get enough concrete over here. And this place has a bunch. Oh, so I could just build it right now. And here we'll just need to move all the concrete over. And I realized that exception diodes. But they're all still carrying larvae. See what this guy does. There we go. What is going on here? So we don't need any digging ants right now. So you guys can go down there. Go here. Why is this still empty? Where's the diode? Through. Oh, because they're all going towards this. Okay. All right. I think this is where we leave it for today while this is cooking. In the next one, I hope to unlock a couple more of these. Hopefully get expansion. 100 ants? I really don't even know how I'll do that. Maybe let them live out to old age. Maybe don't combine them at all. I'm not really sure what else I can do to increase how long they live. But yeah, I think until I hit 100, a lot of these are gonna be locked. So, leave it there for today. Appreciate you tuning in, and see you next time.